Historically, Sinclair has had a set of products which it's sold through its own sales force in France, Italy and Spain. This year we've opened an office in Germany, but the model has really relied on business development to expand the portfolio outside of Europe. People were incentivized to sell new deals, and this has led to extreme complication in the company. Too many products to too many distributors in too many countries. What we're now trying to do is to simplify the business. So there's a consolidation of distributors going on, and there is a search for new distributors for multiple countries, multiple products, but just a single partner. The stock market has seen Sinclair as somewhat of a restructuring play. I don't think this is entirely fair. It's true to say that we've intensively restructured the company this year because, frankly, we've had to. We've had to take out costs, we've had to reduce administration, but we've also invested a lot. We've changed the way we market, we've changed our IT processes, our legal processes, the way we structure the company. There's completely new management. And the result of this is we've saved about £1.5 million. We have rewritten our entire marketing materials, and we have now placed them onto iPads, and the marketing force are now using these in their promotion to dermatologists and clinicians. I think this has brought us to a point where we're now at the starting line to exploit our products. About a year ago, the company was declining on a like-for-like basis at about 3 or 4%. We're now increasing sales by about 10%, and with the recent reimbursement of Atopiclair in France, that's actually going to accelerate. I think gross margin is a place where we can achieve significant improvement. The margin last year on an underlying basis was less than 58%. It's now almost 61%, but there's significant improvement to come. I think we can get the margin in the high 60s. How do we do this? We reduce SKUs. We've already taken the number from 700 down to under 400. We reduce third-party contractors. We've gone from 23 to 18, but there's significant reductions to come there. And we can move production to India, which is what we're going to do initially for the emerging markets. Emerging markets are very exciting opportunities for dermatology companies. Dermatology is growing far quicker in emerging markets than the general pharmaceutical growth rate, and this is particularly true of India and China. We're currently negotiating multiple product, multiple country deals for China, Southeast Asia and India, and I hope to make announcements on this in the coming months. Several people are asking me, how big are these emerging market deals? What's the effect on the P&L? I think a word of caution here. Emerging markets can be notoriously slow to take new products, and the regulatory regimes are often quite laborious. That said, on a 3-year view and beyond, I believe the contribution to growth is very significant. In fact, it's transformational for the company. We recently announced that we were raising £19 million. This was done at an 8% premium and was heavily oversubscribed. Why we did this was mainly for 2 reasons. Firstly, we wanted to pay down our debt. Secondly, to invest in a couple of product acquisitions. We acquired the product rights to Kelacote, an anti-scar compound from ABT in the US. This is for our core European markets. It's very complementary to our wound care franchise, goes particularly well with Flamazine, the burns product. The second compound we've acquired is terbinafine spray. Terbinafine is the generic for Lamisil, the original branded athlete's foot product, and it's the gold standard of treatment. Now the spray is very exciting. It's a patented product and it's a one-shot application. There is no one-shot application for athlete's foot in the US at all, and there is no such spray in Europe either. We've commissioned a couple of independent reports. I won't comment on the peak product sales that are being forecast, but I can say that it's considerably in excess of a typical Sinclair product, and if the product is successfully commercialized, it will substantially change Sinclair's growth prospects. I would highlight the Delmopinol development program. Delmopinol is the antibiofilm molecule that's behind Decapanol, the mouthwash. In fact, we can see uses for this product not just in oral care but in wound care and other areas, and we have active programs with industrial partners that are ongoing. In terms of Decapanol itself, you'll recall that we had a licensing agreement with Johnson & Johnson that was terminated in 2009. We are now actively involved in negotiations to license to the US, and we expect to make announcements in the coming months. Similarly, on Delmopinol in companion animals, where we have a product for oral care in dogs, with a leading animal healthcare company. Again, we're at a late stage and we would expect to make announcements this financial year. Beyond this year, I firmly believe that the investment we've made in marketing in Europe, the pipeline of new products, and particularly terbinafine spray, and the emerging market deals will ensure that Sinclair enjoys strong earnings growth for several years to come.